Hey ladies, welcome back to a new video. We will be talking about one of the most toxic types of friendships out there and one of the most frequent ones. So this one, from all the toxic friendships out there, this is that one friendship that you will come across at least once in your life. It happens a lot. And if you are somehow doing a little bit good in life, or you're looking good, or there's just something happening that is just great in your life, then you will come across these types of people a lot. I have had so many of these types of friendships. Sometimes you don't notice it until 4 years into that friendship, sometimes 10 years in. So it isn't something that you just notice right away, because the copycat friends are usually people that are closer to you. Because guess what? How are they going to copy you if they don't know anything about you? So usually it is someone that is from a closer circle, not from the outer circle. And if it is someone from that outer circle, I can guarantee you that they will try to do everything in their power to become part of your inner circle, because they need information to copy you. So the copycat friend, why is it so toxic? Because a lot of people mistake it for being cute, for someone that's just looking up to you, and someone that just, it's a compliment. Well, guess what, my ladies? It's not. Okay, copying is something different than just inspiration, having inspiration from someone and telling them like, hey, oh my God, I love that bag that you bought. I really want that one too. I think I'm going to get the same bag. I love it so much. It looks great on you, and I think I will also really enjoy using this bag. That's not copying. The copycat friend is toxic because, very simple, they do not like you. They copy you, yes, but they do not like you. They do not like you. They admire you for the fact that you are able to achieve things that they are not able to achieve. They admire you for the things that you have and they don't. They want to keep you close and want to be friends with you for the information that you can provide them. And why do they want that? Why? Because they want to be you. They don't like you, but they do like the idea of them becoming you. And that is where it starts to get very frustrating, annoying, and sometimes if it is a very obsessive type of copycat, it can turn into a very dangerous type of situation where you want to just distance yourself from very, very fast, because you have different types of degrees of copycat friends. The lowest type of copycat friend is already very annoying, very toxic, but the other ones that are turning into like this obsessed person who's just obsessing over you, sometimes that can turn very dangerous, okay? And it can have a big impact on your life. These people feel like they can't do what you are doing, and that is where the envy and the hate comes in. And guess what? If someone feels hate and envy towards you, how is this person liking you? There's no place in their heart, in their body. There's not one cell that likes you. They do like everything about you that they want to have, but they're not interested actually in you. They're just interested in becoming you. They're not interested in your friendship. They're just obsessed with you. So anytime that you see someone copying you low-key, please understand that this person does not like you, and it's not a compliment. There's nothing cute or nice about this. It's scary and annoying, and just you need to be aware of the situation that you are in. I have had girls that were 10 years younger than me copying me, and then it's still, even if it's very like copying you with everything, I can still understand that, okay? Because they're younger than me, they look up to me. That happens a lot to me, and I find it still okay. But when it is someone my age, and especially the older ones, it starts to get very frustrating and irritating. So what do you do? Because you cannot just cut these people out of your life. You like them. I've had this so many times where it's a very close friend, where it's my best friend, and you just don't want to just stop your friendship because they're copying you over and over and over and over and over again. You like their character, you like how they're part of your life. It's easier said than done, because when you complain, also always the same response from people. When I complain to genuine people about like, hey, this person is copying me, and it starts to get kind of scary, and it's just turning into this obsessive type of person, and I just cannot do it anymore, I always get the same advice, and it is cut this person out of your life. But sometimes it's easier said than done, because this person is so intertwined into your life, into your friendship, that you just cannot cut them out of your life. Sometimes they're even very close family members, and you just cannot just cut them out of your life. Like your best friend of 5 years or 10 years. I've had seriously a friendship that was 7 years until I noticed, okay, this is not normal and I need to just take my distance from this person. And it's so hard because this person has been the person, for example, that has first message that always pops on your phone in the morning, in the evening, you're always messaging, you're spending so much time together, and then from one day to the other, you're just cutting them out of your life. That's not as easy as it sounds. This is also a type of distancing yourself from the friendship, because that's the only way, and just not be part of their toxic aura that's going on, and protect yourself from them by gatekeeping information about you. Gatekeeping, very important. If you want to protect yourself from their bad energy, from the bad influence that they have or will be able to have on your life, you need to gatekeep information from them. And then it is up to them if they still want to be part of your life, or because you're gatekeeping all this information from them, that they slowly start pulling themselves away from you, because they no longer are able to use you for the information that they need. You need to think of it as like a parasite that feeds itself by information of you. And if you no longer provide them with any information, then this parasite is like, well, I cannot suck any information out of this person anymore, so I'm just going to go somewhere else. When you have a friend that is copying everything that you do, they do it by information that you provide them. So if you keep away the information that you provide them, then they no longer have things that they can copy. A lot of times you just need to keep your mouth shut and stop telling them things that you are wanting to do or are about to do or you've done. You need to stop giving them this information onto a silver plate, okay? And I know that that can feel so wrong, for keeping information from your best friend or your close friend, but that is the only way this can work. Because if you keep giving them this information, they will copy it more and more. They start turning obsessive. You will start getting annoyed by it, and it will be just even more toxic for the both of you. So the best thing that you can do, if you want to distance yourself from this friendship, or if you want to be friends but make it a healthier relationship, the best solution when you come across a copycat friend is to gatekeep information about yourself. Stop telling them about your wins. Stop telling them about your plans. Stop telling them that you are going to follow this course in order to learn a new language. Stop telling them where you bought your clothes, where you're doing your hair, what your plans are doing, how many children you want, what, I don't know. Stop giving them information about your life. These people are scary because they want to wear your skin. If they were able to cut your skin, that sounds so scary, but it is. They would cut off your skin and put it onto them. That is how much they want to be you and have your life. So please be careful around them and stop providing them information, because they're just going to copy it. Why can you just shut up this mouth and not tell them anything? An early sign that I've noticed, again, from all the experience that I've had from all these copycat friends, is one thing. Aside, especially if you're a woman, aside from them copying like your style, your makeup, like beauty or fashion-wise, is they copy your hobbies. Okay, that's the biggest sign, because copying maybe a little bit of your clothing and stuff like that, that can also be a copycat friend. But like the very extreme copycat friends give themselves away very easily when they start to copy your hobbies. Like I literally have friends who have copied the weirdest things. And guess what? That's not all. The most irritating thing is when they copy you, they are not only going to copy you, but they're going to try to one you up. They are going to try to do it better than you, okay? Happened to me all the time. From all the copycat friends, this is also one that no matter how many people, how many copycat friends I've come across, no matter what age, always when they copy you, they do not only want to copy you, they want to do it better than you. I've had this friend who was copying everything. And one day, I love painting and drawing. She doesn't. She never painted, never draw. She didn't even have anything of those things in her house. I do because I love it. And I made a huge painting with acrylics and I hung it onto my wall and it was so beautiful. I got so many compliments on it. Guess what? This friend who hated painting, who hated drawing, I knew because she was a very close friend of mine. All of a sudden, she started following art classes. She bought the most expensive type of acrylic paint there was on the market, like very expensive, that only professionals use. The brushes, the canvas, very big. It had to be bigger than mine, of course. And her painting took so long because her painting needed to be better than mine. So things like that, I will give you more stories later on into this video because it's not only just copying your dress, your makeup, and I have so many crazy stories, and especially when I talk about them to other people and people look at me like, then you realize that, okay, this is not normal. Because it's not only just copying you for the same dress or the same type of dress, or they start changing their fashion style. It's not only that we can all still cope with. But when this person starts copying everything you do in life, it gets very frustrating, especially if they're going to try to one you up, which they always try to do. Also, a big sign is when you finally start pulling away from this friendship, distancing yourself from them, they get scared and they put themselves even closer to you because they need information. They need to suck this information out of you. They need to have something to copy. They don't have their own identity. So when you slowly start distancing yourself from them, they get closer to you. That's also a very big sign that you have a copycat friend. The interesting part is also that they don't compliment you. Sometimes they do, but it's a fake compliment when you do something, but 2-3 weeks later, you see them doing the exact same thing. But on a more positive note, my ladies, because it's getting kind of negative over here in this video, don't worry because I have something very great for you to say, because I know a lot of you that are watching right now are like, oh my God, this is this person. Oh my God, I see the signs right now. Or I'm so scared I will come across these types of people, because the stories sound so interesting and frustrating. But believe me, these happen a lot. It's not just for the video that I'm telling you this. This painting is just one of a million stories that I would be able to tell you. The reason why you shouldn't care that they're copying you or not, even though it's very hard to do, is because they will always be one step behind you. They will always be there, never in front of you, always in the back. Because guess what? The only person that knows what's up next, the only person that knows what her next step will be is you. And if they're copying you, they don't know what happens here in your head. Maybe you don't even know what you're going to do next. So they never know your next move. And guess what? When they never know your next move, they can never be better than you, because you might not even know where your next move is going to be or what it's going to be. How are they going to know? So they will always be one step behind you, if not even more. The funniest thing is, and this is so funny, and if I feel bad and frustrated, I always tell this sentence to myself. They are in a secret competition with you and they're losing. Isn't that funny? They're competing with you. You're not even aware that you're in a competition and they're losing. You're winning. You're in a competition without knowing, and you're winning without even knowing. And they're losing. And they keep on losing. So you don't need to feel frustrated, even though I know how it feels and I know how frustrated it can be. Just think about this, that they'll always be behind you and always be admiring your back, and you're just out here thinking about your next step, your next move, and they can only guess until it happens or until you tell them. So don't tell them, my darling, okay? At the end of the day, the only thing that they can take from you is notes, information that you provide them. So if you gatekeep things from them, they will not only be one step behind you, they will be 100 steps behind you. They always try to prove themselves to you and to other people around you that are close to you. They cannot celebrate your wins. They get extremely insecure when you look amazing, when another win is happening in your life. They hate it and it eats them inside alive. They just cannot celebrate anything good that happens in your life. Even if they say they're happy for you, you know, those first seconds or half seconds, you can tell if you give them good news. You can just tell. Even if they try to smile and tell you it's amazing news and they're so happy for you, always look at the first split second, not even the 1 second, sometimes it's like half a second before they gather their face back again and they try to smile and tell you how happy they are for you. You can always kind of tell the first expression on their face when they hear that good news. Inspiration is different than imitation. These people are not inspired by you. These people are not just copying one thing of you. They are studying you like your study textbook. They have like a textbook with your name on it and studying everything that you do. These copycat friends are the types of friends that get extremely frustrated when you get another win, and like I said, always try to one you up. Another story from my own life, to really make you understand that one you up, that they always want to do better than you, is I once told my friend that I wanted to lose weight and I was going on a morning run 3 times a week for half an hour, I think. It has been a couple of years since this happened. 1 week later, my friend also started on her morning run. But oh no, she wasn't just going to do it 3 times a week for half an hour. She was going to do it for an hour, 5 times a week. Okay, so those types of things really add up. And it's not, like I said, because sometimes people say it's cute, they're copying you, it's so cute. But when this happens over and over again, when they start changing their entire life to become you, it starts to get very scary. And it's just crazy. And sometimes I really think like, what? I just don't understand. Like people that had total different type of hobbies, total different types of sports, suddenly are doing the exact same thing. And it is 1, 2, 3, 10, 20 things that they're starting to copy. But after a while, it just gets so frustrating. And I started to gatekeep, and the frustration went back to normal again. Because especially also Instagram stories, things that you share on social media, like I cannot even tell you how much I regret sharing things on social media and then them copying. Like, because sometimes information out of my own life, they wouldn't be able to get that much. So they would go on my social media, follow friends that I was following, do things that I was sharing on my stories. Like I would bake a cake, the next week they would bake that exact same cake with exact same ingredients, but make it bigger and I don't know what. You do Pilates, they go to Pilates. You start green juicing, they start green juicing. You want only one child, they also want only one child. You start reading books, they start reading books. You start getting into, I don't know, boxing, they start getting into boxing. You make YouTube videos, they try to make YouTube videos. You dye your hair this color, they also dye that hair that exact same color. You know, the things that I have encountered. I've had friends who secretly would go when they were at my place, go through my makeup collection, note everything that I was using. For me, this was like the last drop from one of those toxic friendships that I had. I had this friend who was fair-skinned. As you can tell, I'm not fair-skinned, I'm tanned. So my type of makeup, my darling, is not going to be the same as fair-skinned type of girl. You know, she needs different tones, different, you know, colors. This girl noted everything that I was wearing without me knowing. Like she was just getting ready at my place, but I didn't know that she was really noting everything down. And then because I've already been at her place, I saw what her makeup collection was. I was so shocked that 1-2 months later, when I went to her place, her whole makeup collection was replaced by the exact same products that I was using. And not only the exact same products, sometimes the exact same color codes. I was like, is this my makeup collection? Did I bring my makeup collection here? what is this? I really thought, because some of the colors were just not doing it for a fair skin type of girl, because I'm tanned, I love tanning, and I also put on a lot of bronzer because I love tan. So my tanning products are like the darkest of the dark. That just doesn't go with a fair skin type of girl. And also my blushes, they're very different tones that don't like very pigmented. She bought the exact same brands, exact same colors, and I was just thinking like, it's one thing to buy the exact same blush once or lipstick because you like it, but replacing your whole makeup collection with products that a girl that is 10 times darker than you is using, I don't think that's a good idea. Another example, my husband years ago bought me a nice necklace for our wedding anniversary. And it is not a necklace that you can just buy on the website like Cartier or something. It was from a shop downtown in the country we went on vacation to. So it's not even the country that we were living in. And just a random golden jewelry shop, you know, where they sell real gold jewelry. My friend went to the exact same location, convinced her husband to go to that exact same vacation spot, and she saw like the packaging of this necklace that I had. It's not this one, it was a different type of necklace. It's also not a necklace that you wear every day because it's very into your face. I think she took a picture of the packaging because the address and the name of the jewelry shop are on the packaging engraved in golden letters, or she just memorized it. I have no idea how. All I know is that when she came back from her vacation, she came with the exact same necklace from the exact same shop. So her niece, she went also with her husband together. So they were on vacation like two couples together. So she went with her to that shop, and her niece told me that she fought with her husband the entire vacation to go to that exact same jewelry shop and get the exact same necklace. He didn't want to buy that necklace for her because it was kind of an expensive necklace. You couldn't afford it. She fought with him the entire vacation until he gave in and bought it for her. And he also told her like, hey, this place is a little bit far from our hotel. There are also other places that we can go and look for this type of necklace, but she needed to go to that exact same shop. So they all needed to leave. Like she told me, like instead of hanging by the pool or going to the beach, they needed to take a taxi and drive 2 hours to find my jewelry shop, and they needed to ask for directions because the street that I bought it in, it's like a very long street with hundreds of those jewelry shops. She ignored all the other shops, went into that shop exactly, had a discussion in that store as well until he gave in and bought it for her. So that is how far some people are willing to go to live the life that you're living. What drives these people? What makes them do these crazy things? I really wanted to know that. I didn't like the science behind it. What is it? I talked to a very good friend of mine who is a psychologist who has years of experience, and she knows so much about people. What she told me was so interesting. She told me that 99% of the time, copycat friends are people who are 100% insecure. They don't have a personal identity. They're very insecure about their looks. And if they're not insecure about their looks, it's their life, the choices that they've made. They don't have their personal identity. They don't like themselves. They don't like the choices that they've made into their life. They don't like anything, or maybe they like a few things, but for the most part, they're insecure about everything. They don't have a personal identity. They don't know who they are. They don't know what they like anymore. So what they're going to do is they look at your life, they look at the things you're doing, they look at the things that you're achieving, they get so jealous, so frustrated about everything that's so great into your life. And instead of going to find out what their own hobbies are, what their own choices are, they're going to copy everything that you do because they like you more than themselves. They don't like you as a friend, they like your life, they like your body to become theirs, okay? There's a difference between liking you as a person. They don't like you. They hate you. They envy you. They have to copy you in order to feel good about themselves, in order to validate themselves. They feel like they have no value. And in order for themselves to have that false feeling as if something great is happening in their life, a false sense of glory, they need to copy you in order to get that feeling. That's so sad, so sad. But unfortunately, this happens so much. And I feel so sorry for these ladies. At the same time, I don't, because it gets so annoying, so frustrating, okay? Especially when it is someone who's older than you. Like, what are you doing, darling? So that will be it for today's video. I hope you liked this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be seeing you in my next video. Bye!